For the first time ever in my life, I am actually at the airport on time. Let's go get checked in and find that coffee. Right, time to go catch that plane. Let's go. Okay, so on the plane now, heading off to PE. It's a quick little jump, I think an hour and a half, 2 hour flight, and we'll be there. Then we've got like a 4 hour transfer from PE to Kuzuko Lodge.
The forecast for what is a morning conditions is very strong activity conditions at this stage of about
Welcome to Port Elizabeth. This is airport behind me. And I'm going to stop talking now because you can't hear me because of the wind. Why is it always so windy here? Okay, so apparently it isn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Only a 2 hour trip from here through to Kuzuko Lodge. We're just waiting for one or two other journalists that are joining us on the trip to get here. So yeah, should be some cool stuff to show you guys on the way, hopefully. How pretty is that? We've just arrived at the reception of the lodge, so we're not at the actual lodge yet. We're going to load up into a couple of these cool cruises over here. Another 5 kilometers up the mountain to the lodge. Okay, before we go off to do something, I'm not quite sure what yet, we just have to appreciate this because this is freaking stunning. Okay, so we are down at the enclosure where we've got the 2 cheetah cubs. Now, these 2 cheetah cubs will be released into the wild fairly soon as part of the whole program to try and repopulate the cheetah genetic pool. So I'm going to chat to Gerard about what they have in plan. Man, they are so nice. How awesome is that? Anyway, I'm going to go chat to him about that.
It's really standing on 2 legs. We will have a breeding section where we'll put captive and hand-raised adults in. They will allow to raise their young in the wild naturally. Those young will start hunting, and once they hunt successfully, then they'll go into the meta population. And this is the second leg of it, where we will take cubs about between 10 months and a year old. We'll put them in a boma for a while, and from here they will go out into this cub wilding section where they can start hunting on their own. And again, as soon as they're successful and they start hunting on their own, then they will also be placed in the meta population.
So all of these cheetahs are ex-captive cheetahs. So they've never seen the wild. They got no clue about the wild. So the whole kind of purpose is to take a tame cheetah and make it wild again.
Captive and hand raised, and give them what they need in the natural environment. Prey species, members of the opposite sex, and limit the human contact as far as possible. Monitor them every day. I mean, every morning we come and we see to their well-being, as well as the ones that we've already wilded, the adults that all started killing. But every morning we will go check on them for the first couple of months until they're fully wild, and then they can be placed into the meta population. There's about 350 of them, and we can all trace them back to 6 individuals, females, that came in from Namibia years ago. So we're now putting second and third cousins together on the reserves. And we thought that this could be a new inlet of genetic into the wild population. But we have to wild them first, and the adults give them space so that they can bring up their cubs on their own. And once the cubs are adult and hunt on their own, then we also put them into the meta population.
Oh man. Whew. That was a long day. We've been on the go since we got here. First time I'm going to literally just sit in the room for a couple of minutes. I've got to get up to dinner now. But let me take you on a quick little room tour, and maybe I'll do a better room tour tomorrow when it's actually daylight and not nighttime. But yeah, let's have a quick little room. It's actually an amazing little stunning setup here. Let's have a look. Okay, so we in from the front door, we have got, let's open that up wider. So we've got a little couch section over here. And then over here, we got our mini bar, lovely bed. Wow, that's a big bed. Little screen over there, little writing area over here, telephone coming through, and we've got really cool looking shower over there, toilet, basin, and a bath. So these kind of things aren't... hold on, let's go put you guys down again, actually. Oh, let me chill out here for a second. And they are doing some phenomenal stuff around conservation here at Kuzuko. It's not just a lodge like you'd find anywhere else. The stuff they do around lions and cheetahs and all sorts of other animals that they are helping rehabilitate and get back out into the wild again is fantastic. Right now, I am knackered and I want to go get some food and then crash because we are up at stupid o'clock, being 5 a.m. tomorrow morning. I hope there's coffee to go on a beautiful sunrise game drive. So looking forward to that. It's going to be a whole bunch of fun. Let's get something to eat. Man, it is early. It's like 5 o'clock in the morning. I should not be awake yet. But we're heading out on the game drive now, so that's apparently what time we start at. Okay, so we're stopping for a quick coffee stop because it is cold out here. It is really cold out here, but it is gorgeous.
Sunshine in my eyes, and I see you, and I see you. Remember the days of staying up late when we snuck in through your window. Your mom got so mad that I couldn't help but laugh when I saw how far back your eyes rolled. And we still don't do what we're told. We'll never get old.
That's why you can never take me anywhere. I have to ruin everyone's fun. But it looks like they were having a good time, guys. Were you having a good time?
I was not ready, but hey.
Anyway, guys, the pool here at Kuzuko is fantastic, as you can see. I mean, who wouldn't just love this view?
Darling, come down.
So you need to make time, because even though you go out and see the game and the Bushman paintings and all that kind of stuff, you need a little bit of you time. Anyway, I'm going to actually enjoy my swim now, and then I think we're off for another afternoon game drive this afternoon, and then off to the Boma for dinner. And yeah, we'll see what happens after that. Go away now and let me have a swim. Bye. Right, that swim was fantastic. I just want to show you, this is my little chalet. There's only, I think, 20 odd of them here at the lodge. And the best part about it, I know I gave you guys a room tour already, but I just want to show you the view that you get with this. This is phenomenal. Ugh. And look at that view. Okay, we are out on our next game drive of the afternoon, trying to find the elephant desperately, hoping that he doesn't kill me while we're hanging off the edge of this. Phenomenal fresh air, great views. What more could you ask for? Right, let's see what we can find. Okay, so you all know my thoughts on physical activity that is walking. We're apparently going all the way up there to go look at some really Khoisan or Bushman paintings which are up in the caves up there. So this is going to be very cool. Okay, so here we are at the first of the Bushman sites, Bushman painting sites, and what we've been told so far is that these paintings date back roughly about 400 years. So what we've got here is we've got an elephant over here. And yeah, unfortunately there has been a lot of weather damage and that, but you know, that's kind of to be expected. We've got an elephant, a baby elephant over here. And off to this side here, we've got 2 ostriches. Now, ostriches were very important, but on this side over here, the most important, where do you go? There he is. We've got an eland. Now, an eland is super important when it comes into the lives of Bushmen. This was something that they saw as a sacred animal. And what these paintings were was a way for Bushmen to tell other Bushmen coming into the area that food was good, elephants were here, so that means that there was a water supply, and ostriches, they used to use ostrich eggs to transport water around. So this is the first site we're going to walk up. Apparently there's another 2 sites, so let's go have a look at those and see what else we find. But super impressive and super interesting. Another fantastic thing you can do here at Kuzuko. Okay, so this site is actually quite interesting. This looks like the site of a Bushman shaman or witch doctor as we know them here in South Africa. There's quite a lot of different paintings that are going on here. The ones I want to show you first is over on this side of here. We've got some hand paintings. Let's just get that exposure sorted so you can see it. But this will give you a rough idea. If I put my hand up next to these hands, you'll get an idea as to kind of how big the Bushmen actually were if you look at the size of my hand compared to that hand. Then we got a couple more hand paintings on this side over here as well. Then going into where the shaman most probably would have slept. We got a really great picture here of a family group painted on the wall over here. Just sort the exposure so you guys can see that one. And they would either have been dancing or celebrating. Oh, okay. Heading down into the 3rd spot at the moment, and this is very cool. I must say, thoroughly enjoying this walk, this little hike, even though, you know, hiking is really not my favorite thing, but how pretty is this? How cool is that? That is awesome. Let's go see what we're gonna find. Hi, could I get 2 double max and yeah, I'm only joking, guys, but welcome to the Bushman's Kitchen. So that's our next stop on our little walk. Let me get these off so you guys can have a look. So you can see here how the whole roof of this cave is completely pitch black, and it's all sooty. So what they did is they used this area here as their kitchen, and they slept over there in that cave over there. So I'm gonna just zoom that in so you guys can try and see it a little bit. So sleeping quarters and eating quarters. Now the reason they did that was predators tend to come to where there's food and where the smell of food is, and obviously they would be catching and killing the animals, bringing them here, gutting them, getting them ready for consumption. So you'd have that smell of death hanging around in this area. You don't want to be sleeping where that is, because if a lion or a predator of some sort does come down here, you're here, he's here, things are going to end up badly for you. That's why they slept over there on that side over there. So cooking area, this is just a phenomenal sight to see. And then over on this side over here, we got a couple of more paintings. I'm gonna have to go lie down on my back for this one. Okay, but you don't want to see me lying on my back. So up on this side here on the roof, slide down. We have got what could be either hippo or some sort of bush pig. Not 100% sure, and we can't be 100% sure. To me, it looks like hippo, but you know, as with most of these things, it's kind of a little bit of a guess as to what the interpretation was, and you know, how much wacky weed they'd been on before they started painting. That's the thing, I promise you. Anyway, that is the end of our little walk. I'm gonna try to get back to the car in one piece, and then I think it's time for some more coffee and something to eat. And I couldn't ask for a better way to end the day. We've had lions, we've had elephants, we've got a gorgeous African sunset. Come check out Kuzuko Lodge, guys. You really will not be disappointed.
Don't grow up too fast, 'cause one day you look back and realize what matters the most. Don't ever grow old.